welcome to the Wrestle Story, where we discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, and the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW and NXT, and every Friday after SmackDown.
What's up? How's it going? How we hanging? So, wow, what a day it's been.
What a day.
Really though, what a day,
It's been
man.
Wednesday.
So much happened today, it's not even funny. There were about, wow.
What a rough day not doing well here.
Honestly, it was, wow. Just lost for words.
Yes. How you doing, Scott, James, and Jono?
So, as many of you probably saw, WWE put out they had a conference call this morning, and they said that they're going to be releasing talent, English, and shortly thereafter, boy oh boy, did they release a lot of talent.
Yes.
So,
How you doing, Zendo?
that happened. It was very crazy. Like, a lot of people were released, they were let go, and it's just crazy the amount of people that there were today, and I've seen more stuff that there's supposed to be more. So, you know, it's crazy.
The problem I have with this is they're still doing their shows. Yes, they're losing, like, the money from the gate and things like that. But I'm going to guess most of their money comes from
the show.
The show
itself, from the network. Which, I want to kind of get more into that later on, because there are a couple things that just really don't make a whole lot of sense as to why all of this went down the way it did, you know? And so we can kind of touch more on that after we get through both these shows for tonight. So we have AEW and NXT. They were both decent. There wasn't really anything on either show that really blew me out of the water.
We'll talk about it, Zandel, so you can sit here and listen.
You know, it was what it was. They were okay shows. So we're going to start with AEW, because I feel like we can get through AEW pretty quick. There wasn't a lot that went on it today. So we have a Lance Archer video that opens the show. It was cool. It was Jake Roberts and Lance Archer talking about, you know, Lance Archer. Cool, whatever. We then get Lance Archer versus Colt Cabana. I think we all knew Lance Archer was winning this match. This is for the TNT Championship tournament situation.
I think we knew who was going to win, but I thought it was a good match.
I agree. Lance Archer won. Cool. We then get Britt Baker versus Cassandra Golden, I think is what her name was. And Britt won. I think we all knew that was going to happen too. We then got a Bubbly Bunch video. Well,
yes,
what a day it was, huh?
Definitely.
So Bubbly Bunch was essentially the
Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch, which, hey, we did this first.
We put together
We had a thumbnail, folks.
Like, several weeks ago of the Brady Bunch, the Inner Circle.
This was our thing. We literally did it.
And then they copied it.
They were
Can't believe they did that.
And they didn't pay us anything.
No.
This was our idea, folks.
I'm suing somebody.
So they had the Bubbly Bunch. It was a funny little video. We then got Sammy Guevara versus Suge D.
Shug D.
Shug D?
Yeah, Shug D.
Okay, then.
I called him Suge first.
I don't know what his name is. Sammy won the match. Sammy gets on the mic after. He says he's going to win the TNT Championship tournament thing. He's going to beat Darby Allin. That's what he's going to do. Yippee-ki-yay. We then get Kip Sabian versus Chuck Taylor.
Hang on. Sammy attacks Suge D. The guy he fought. And
the dude with the pineapple shirt.
I think they did. Or he was just there just for the fun of it. Not sure.
I feel like they said something, but maybe I misheard.
So anyway, Sammy went after him after the match, and then
Darby came out. Yeah. Then we have Kip Sabian versus Chuck Taylor. Kip Sabian won after Jimmy Havoc and Penelope Ford ended up getting involved in the match and helped him. So, That was cool. We then have Justin Law versus Shawn Spears. Shawn Spears won this match. This is another type of a jobber type situation, I suppose. And then we got Hager versus Moxley in the main event. Alrighty, folks. I didn't like this. I didn't care for this. Moxley versus Hager is not a match I was seeking out, like, wanting to see. Moxley is cool. I like Moxley. Hager's cool. I mean, whatever. But I didn't really care about this match. I feel like there really wasn't any story behind it, you know? I mean, I get it. He's part of the Inner Circle, and Moxley's kind of in a feud with the Inner Circle at the moment. But, like...
They've done a poor job of building it.
Yeah, it's just, you know, and I wasn't really that impressed with the match. I don't know if it was too slow. I don't know if it just, I don't know.
They needed to let this play out for a while. But I understand that some of the issue is not having live events, too, so that makes it tough.
So,
live events as far as fans in the stands and things.
So, I don't know. I wasn't super into this. Wasn't really my speed. Wasn't my cup of tea. That's okay. That's cool. It's totally fine. But I just, you know, whatever. Moxley won the match. I think everybody knew Moxley was winning. Hager did not stand a chance. He was not winning the title.
No.
So, I think it kind of dragged. It was so long, and I think that's also what I was just kind of like,
It did drag on. Yes. I agree.
Not for me.
It was way too long.
So, you know, that was also that. And I don't know. Didn't really care for it. On the NXT side, I think it was a...
It was okay.
It was okay. It was a decent show. I don't think there was anything super crazy that, like, happened on it that, you know, I would say you have to go watch this episode of NXT if you didn't see it. It was a good episode. I mean, but I feel like NXT over the last couple of weeks has been very standard. They haven't been doing very much that's, like, over the top. They haven't been doing very much that is, you know, like what they normally do. And I understand the circumstances are they don't have that much talent to work with, I guess. I don't know. At least that's Monday and Friday's excuse, is they don't have all their talent. I don't know what the excuse for NXT is, because 90% of their people are there in Florida anyways, because that's where they do their shows all the time.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the way NXT has been going as of late. Like I said, there have been good shows, but nothing has just been like, woo, blow me out of the water like it used to be.
How you doing? Give me a
You know? So, we start the show off with Finn Balor versus Fabian Eichner. I thought this was a good match. It was a good match. It was a good match. I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah, it was a good match.
It was a good match.
Hello, Peach. Facial fluff gone.
So,
Yes, the facial fluff is gone. I had to shave it because Maven had a doctor's appointment last week, and the mask just wasn't fitting around my face, and I had to have a mask on to go into the hospital. So, since they've kind of shut everything down, it's probably, you know, one of those is probably best that I had a mask on, so that's why I shaved it.
Yes.
Where was Walter?
So,
Walter is probably in England.
And
or Germany, or Austria, or wherever he's from.
The UK area place.
Yes.
Over there.
Europe.
He's not here.
He's in Europe.
I don't think. I would say okay, with what they did tonight, and Finn, Balor, and Dream, which I'll talk about a little later, I'm assuming they're doing this because they can't do the Walter. More people added to the list.
Cassius Ohno release.
That's kind of sad because I liked him. I have a running tab of all the people. So when this is all said and done, we can total it up and go, wow, that was quite a lot of people, man. Hey, Colin, what's up? How's it going, man? Ohno gone? When? See, boy, oh boy. This is just nuts. Just, man, the amount of people.
Lots and lots of people.
That are gone. It's crazy. And we'll get more into that in just a little bit after we're done talking about NXT. But I'm I'm assuming they're doing what they're doing with Finn Balor right now because they can't do the Walter thing because he can't. They're not doing the takeover in Dublin. In the next, it was supposed to happen in April, wasn't it? Or beginning of May, something like that. They're not doing that now based on everything that's happening. So they gotta build something new for him.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what this is. So Finn Balor won this match. Maven keeping up with the stats so we don't have to. Hallelujah for Maven's spreadsheets. Well, he was put in the alumni section of their site, so I'm assuming he's gone.
Yeah, because apparently he's no longer, with them.
If he gets released, I won't be shocked.
The thing is,
please refrain from using.
K-Set assuming.
Oh, which has 2 S's in it. Got it. Yeah. Well, that's tisk.
Streamlabs.
So we then have a Charlotte Flair speech. She's essentially like, I want to fight Mia Yim first in a match or whatever, and I'm like, okay, cool. But you're supposed to fight Io, so whatever. We then get Aaliyah versus Xia Li. So Xia Li won this match. It was just kind of like whatever. Then we get Akira Tozawa versus Isaiah Swerve Scott for the Cruiserweight Championship stuff. So Tozawa won, which was kind of a shock. I wasn't expecting Tozawa to win, but I'm glad he did because I think he could go far in this. And
it's because they're gonna release her, James. I'm kidding. I made that up.
We then get Tegan Nox versus Raquel Gonzalez. Shotzi Blackheart. Tegan Nox won after Shotzi Blackheart came out and helped her, which is leading to a tag team match that we're getting next week between Raquel and Dakota and Shotzi and Tegan. So
loser leaves WWE.
We then get a Keith Lee video. He's essentially just, talking about what he did to get to WWE. And then we get Dexter Lumis versus Tahudi. I think it's Tahudi Miles. Dexter Lumis won.
Yes,
I'm still not sold.
Lumis.
I'm still not sold on this dude's gimmick. They gotta do.
It.
I think it could be cool if they like need to take it a step further. Cause like with his music, all I can think of is like Stranger Things. And then when he comes out, he's like this buff dude wearing gloves, and I'm like.
Yeah, look at his eyes. He just looks like a psycho.
I don't care what his eyes look like. You gotta do something else. If you're gonna give him that
he should come out with psycho music and a knife going.
I mean, honestly, I'll take it. It'd be different,
He's doing the same gimmick from Impact. I like it. I don't think I have a problem with it.
Like I don't know. I think they need to add something to it to make it better.
Karrion Kross, the rotting flesh of dead animals. That's the symbol behind the name, seemingly. Why would you do that now? Considering the coronavirus supposedly came from. Okay, here's.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Karrion,
we'll get
Corona.
To that. We'll get to that. Hold on. Just hold on. We'll get to that. So Dexter Lumis won. We then get Adam Cole in a video. Says you shouldn't get a shot of the title, Dream. And he runs his mouth about a couple of things that I didn't write down. Velveteen Dream comes out and he starts rambling his mouth, talking about Adam Cole. And then Finn Balor comes out, and then Dream ends up challenging him to a match next week. So I'm assuming that's what we're doing with Finn Balor because, they can't do the Walter Finn thing, which is what they were going to do.
Yeah.
And, now they can't do that. So, whatevs. We then get Malcolm Bivens and his 2 dudes. I don't remember what their tag team name is. I don't remember. But Malcolm Bivens, man, he's top notch. I love that guy. Next week, we're getting more Cruiserweight stuff. We're supposed to get Drake Maverick versus Jake Atlas. And some other matches. I don't remember what else. But I remember that one off the top of my head.
Just because you remember Drake Maverick.
Because I remember Drake.
Because you're going to talk about him.
I am. Then we have Tegan and Shotzi versus Kai and Gonzalez for next week. And then we get the main event. Undisputed Era versus Matt Riddle and the partner of his choosing in a tag team championship match. His mystery partner is...
One small guy and 2 big Indian dudes is their name.
Alrighty then. I mean, whatever.
Drake's going to win the Cruiserweight title and then take it home with him.
That's what he should do.
And then there'll be no more Cruiserweight title. They won't need it after all the talent they're cutting, so... They just won't let him win it and take it home.
So the dude that is paired with Riddle is Timothy Thatcher. So, he was signed to NXT around the same time that Killer Kross was, I think. And, he was a big deal over in, the British places. And now he's here. So Riddle and Thatcher end up winning. Neat. We then get Ciampa. He's backstage. He says, I'm done, Johnny. We said that after this match it was over, and we were done, and we were never doing this again. So I'm keeping my word, and we are done. You are the better man. And then he gets attacked by Killer Kross.
Only he's not Killer Kross.
He's Karrion Kross.
Yes.
Woo! So.
Yes.
So,
We'll check that out, Samuel.
So, Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, I'm still calling him Killer Kross, I'm sorry. Until they
officially call him Karrion.
Till they call him Karrion Kross, I am calling him Killer Kross. Sorry. And even then, I'm probably not going to call him Karrion Kross. I'm just going to call him Kross.
Karrion Kross, the rotting flesh. Is Timothy the first person to debut as a champion? Probably.
Honestly?
He broke a record.
Probably, man. So, yeah, Ciampa ends up just getting beat up, and then you see a shoe. You see Scarlett, her shoe. She's all like, stomp, and then Killer Kross is all like, rah, 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 and he said something, and I don't know what it was, because he was all like, rah, 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 and so, that was that. Cool, he's officially debuted, except he's not Killer Kross. He's Karrion Kross. Who is this? Who is Karrion Kross?
Karrion Kross.
Who is that?
We're calling him. Yes, Zendo.
Never heard of him before.
He is Karrion Kross.
I've never heard of him before. Never. So I don't know who that is. I know of a Killer Kross, not a Karrion Kross.
It's Killer Kross's twin brother.
So that's NXT.
Good night, Colin. Hey, Colin, by the way, I told you it was supposed to snow tonight. It's actually supposed to snow tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow afternoon it's supposed to start, and it's supposed to go into Friday.
Yeet. Just what we need.
So, snow. Yeah. That's stupid. Release him and bring Killer Kross.
So, folks, that was NXT.
Yes, that was NXT.
That was exciting.
Now it comes to the big news of the day.
Yowie wowie, folks! Haven't said that in a while. Oh my, oh my, oh my. This was, wow. So, this morning, there was a conference call. And, they said, it's on the most wanted list. They said that they were going to be making cuts. They were going to be releasing people. And, it is what it is. So, they have that. And then, I don't know, probably an hour and a half later, they started announcing releases. So we started off with 8 people. We started off with Drake Maverick, EC3, Carl Anderson, Kurt Hawkins, Lio Rush, and Luke Gallows, and Heath Slater, and Eric Young. And I was all like, woohoo! Holy moly! There were a couple names in there that I truly wasn't expecting to get cut, like Anderson and Gallows, because they were using them. They'd been using them with all the AJ Styles stuff, and so seeing them, they wanted their release.
I suppose now that AJ's buried, they probably
they wanted. So I saw somebody
decided just to get rid of him.
I saw somebody on Twitter.
You guys are no longer needed.
I saw somebody that was like, AJ's still buried at this moment, but when he gets out and he finds out Gallows and Anderson are gone. And I was like, oh, man. So, yeah. Anderson and Gallows kind of shocked me that they were getting released. I mean, to some extent. Because they wanted their release, but then they got a deal that was for more money, and they stayed.
Yeah.
And so they had to use them. And so,
technically, Kate Baby killed all of them.
That's funny.
Gallows and Anderson were in the main event at WrestleMania last week. Yeah, no,
exactly.
It's nuts. That's the thing that irritates me, Give Me a Holy is they bring in all these like special people, Tyson Fury.
And they pay them millions and millions and millions and millions
and
of dollars.
Instead of saving that and using that for times like this, something, and I know that this is something odd. This is the thing that irritates me about all big businesses. All these big businesses are going, oh, we don't have the money. Well, you know what? You're a multi-billion-dollar business. There is no reason that you shouldn't have money saved up just for times like this.
The other thing that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, now I don't know the whole business aspect of things.
By the way, how you doing, Observing stuff?
I don't pay attention to stuff like that. But what doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me is...
Yes, I know, Zandal. That's kind of ridiculous.
They chose to do this now. Right now, in the middle of all of this. And they're claiming that it's because they're, like the whole money aspect of things, and they're not going to have enough money to pay all these people. But yet, because of the fact that they're not having the live crowd and stuff, but you would think that the majority of where they get their money from is not from these live events. It's not from the tickets that are being sold. It is from the television deal that they have. And it's from USA, and it's from Fox. And it's from the money that they get there, with being on TV. Like, that's where the majority of their money comes from. So, yeah, they're going to hurt a little bit because of the fact that they've lost revenue and the fact that they're not doing the live shows and they don't have people coming.
Well, they lost their gate money, but they lost, the thing is
they still have the money from, the TV deals and stuff, and it's not like they would be hurting that bad that they need to release so very many people,
Well, some of them I think are probably a good idea just because...
I mean, I agree. I think, in all honesty, some of the people that they released today should have been released a long time ago. The only reason, like EC3, he hasn't been doing jack squat for
months. I agree, Scott.
They had him re-sign a contract so he could sit in catering and he couldn't go to any other company. They've been doing this for years. And that's the sucky thing about this is they kept all these people, they had them re-sign contracts to hold on to them to do nothing, and now they're being let go
AJ
and they haven't done anything.
AJ Styles has made enough money, I think he'll be okay.
So it just, that's what sucks about the entire thing. Is 90% of these people that were let go haven't been doing anything
there was
for months.
2K21 being canceled before all of this too, so there was a lot to this. There's also people saying they aren't hoarding wrestlers.
Which is how? Look at how many people they released just today. This isn't even a quarter of, this isn't even a quarter of their roster.
Not gone yet. Just the OC, just Gallows and Anderson.
This is what happens when you sign every single wrestler possible. Now look what happened.
Yes.
When something like this happens, you now have let go so many people, and A, it makes you look super bad because you had all these people, and A, you weren't using them, and you were just holding on to them for whatever reason.
And then
B, you have all these people that are now,
by the way, hello, Anthony.
It baffles me, man.
AOP, no.
It baffles me. So, Drake Maverick was let go. EC3 was let go. Anderson and Gallows are gone. Kurt Hawkins, Heath Slater, Eric Young, Lio Rush. Lio Rush was another one that really surprised me.
Yeah, they were doing a good job with promoting, on YouTube and stuff like that. And now they've, WWE, I was surprised they got rid of them.
I was really surprised about Lio Rush. I wasn't expecting them to let Lio Rush go.
Well, they haven't used him much lately.
Well, they've used him more in the last several months than they have. They haven't been using him at this current moment, but I was very shocked that they let Lio Rush go because that guy has so much freaking potential. He has so much potential to be a huge superstar. I don't think he's ever going to be main event status, but he's amazing in the ring.
Yeah.
He's probably the closest to Rey Mysterio you're going to get, nowadays. Yeah. He doesn't wear a mask and stuff, but his in-ring ability and his skills are very similar to Rey Mysterio.
I agree.
And so...
AEW has some new figures coming out. Yes. Looking forward to it.
It's crazy, man. EC3, I think letting
I
him
agree,
go.
John. Now they didn't make the money off of WrestleMania, but I'm sure. I don't know what the ratings were for watching it on the network or how many people bought the pay per view. But part of the issue with them with WrestleMania is just that they didn't promote it well. And as far as I was concerned, it ended up being a better show than I thought.
Mhm.
But I don't think they promoted it well, especially in the last couple weeks.
But even so, you knew people were gonna go and watch WrestleMania. It's not like, this is what I don't understand. It's not like they're hurting for money. It's not like they're hurting at all. And like, it doesn't make any sense.
Good question, Jono. I don't know. Probably nothing.
So, we had those 8 at first. And then as the day went on, we got more and more and more and more and more. So we have Aiden English, Kurt Angle.
Which the whole trying to sell WrestleMania for pay-per-view. If they're going to get rid of the network, get rid of it. I don't think anybody's going to keep the network if they take pay-per-views off and say, here, you go buy pay-per-views and spend $60 a month on pay-per-views.
Well, then they're really going to, people aren't going to buy
they're
that.
going to lose a lot of people, I think, if they do that.
Which is why I don't think they can do that. They need to keep the network. And I don't think they're going to get rid of the network. At this point, I don't think they're going to get rid of it. So we then had Aiden English released, Kurt Angle, Sarah Logan, Mike Chioda, who's a referee, and has been there since, like, forever. He's been there since forever. Eric Rowan, Primo, Epico, Mike Kanellis, Maria Kanellis, Zack Ryder, No Way Jose, Rusev, freaking Rusev got released. Rusev.
Since 1989.
Exactly, dude has been there for forever. Literally forever. Rusev was released. Deonna Purrazzo. Alexander from, he's an NXT guy. He wasn't really used all that much on TV, but he was working events. Josiah Williams, he did a lot of music for them. Jerry Soto, who was a commentator, I think, or announcer. MJ Jenkins. We have Andrea Listenberg, who was on the creative team. And supposedly, I think, if I read this right, she was the one who had, like, the most input on the Otis and Mandy storyline.
I bet they paid more for Goldberg.
I think. Serena Deeb.
IRS got fired on tax day. Yeah.
Serena Deeb is a coach. She was released. Kendo Crashin, another coach. Chris Guy, Ace Steel, same person. He was released, and then now there's supposedly, potentially, Cassius Ohno. There were a lot of other people. These are rumored to be, they're rumored to be furloughed, and so they might be, or they just might be released. We'll see about that. But a lot of producers backstage. We have Billy Kidman, Pat Buck, Sean Devari, Scott Armstrong, Sarah Stock, IRS, Hurricane Shane Helms, Fit Finley, and Lance Storm. What really sucks for Lance Storm is he was literally just hired like 4 months ago. He dropped everything. He, like, sold stuff. He shut down his wrestling school to come and be a freaking producer for WWE. And then this happened. And so, man, oh man, that just, man, it really sucks. It really does. So, you know, it really does suck. Hurricane was still there, Billy Kidman was still there. Wow, yeah, they were working as producers backstage. What about Lana? There's nothing about Lana this far. I don't think she's going to get released. The lady who did the Otis and Mandy storyline got fired. That sucks because Vince didn't even want to do it, and she had to do it. Anything and everything to get it approved. Yeah, she was the one who came up with it, and like she was released. Yeah. So that sucks. So that it's like so many people, so very many people, and it's just crazy. Like insane the amount of people that were released today. The one that really got me was Drake Maverick, man. Drake Maverick. He put up a freaking video of him crying, and it got me. I was just like, oh, Drake. Drake. I feel so bad because the guy has so much, like, he could do so much more than what they did with him. And, you know, to think that he's going to be in the cruiserweight thing and that's going to be some of his last matches, it sucks. It really does suck. I don't believe they have announced any furloughed yet. I suspect that will be for people that they want to keep but can't make it to PC, for example, the NXT UK guys. Yeah. Somehow Lars is still employed. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. So there for now. He won't make the next cuts. Producers did not get released. They got furloughed, which means they're still with WWE. Yeah, that's what I was seeing, was that they were furloughed and not just
I would say Cassius
straight up.
Ohno has not been.
They might announce it tomorrow because I saw that they're supposed to announce some more. That's what I've seen, is there's supposed to be some more cuts. And I will not be shocked if there are more because, honestly, it's a lot of people, but if you look at their entire roster, it isn't a lot of people, you know? Yeah. So I will not be shocked if there are more that get cut.
Well, considering they paid a lot of money to help out, make sure that they were able to do shows in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was kind of dirty what they did there.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was like, you know, a real deal or not, it was kind of stupid that they paid money to basically kind of bribe money to be able to do their shows, to be essential.
Yeah, it's not a good look, you know. That's good for them. Fit Finlay was heavily involved in the biggest WWE storyline for the last 5 years, the Women's Revolution. That's what sucks, man. Fit Finlay, if he is gone and he has not just been, you know, they're just not keeping him for now, and he's like actually been released from the company, that freaking sucks because this dude has literally been the backbone.
How you doing, Equilibrius?
The backbone for the women's storylines for the last several years. And I don't know what's going to happen to the women's division if he's not kind of overseeing the whole thing. I don't know. Like, it really is. That's what I'm so very worried about because nobody else has a clue how to run crap.
Yeah. And
so, if they're losing him, man, for like full time, it sucks.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Just the way they did everything, the fact that you pay a lot of money to have Goldberg and these guys, these specialty guys come in and then do this, it just makes you wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
Cody's tweeting with Zack Ryder on Twitter. So, you know, I wouldn't be shocked if they don't pick up some of these guys. I don't know if they'll do it right now.
I don't think anybody can pick them up right now.
I think in time they will. And maybe they will because they're still doing the shows and stuff, so...
I mean, they might, but, you know, I don't know. It sucks that Vince was to be prideful to release these people before all this crap was going on in the world now.
Yeah, the one thing about it is, I guess, that they got, they got out of their deal. Some of them were wanting out of it anyway. So, you know...
See, that's what sucks about the whole thing, is the fact that...
So how long is Matt Riddle staying? I have a feeling it won't move on. That's a good question.
I don't know, man.
Good question. The only reason this is the bottom line. I agree, it's the bottom line. I just don't like the fact that you pay, like, Tyson Fury to come in and pay him, like, probably $90 million and...
To friggin' fight once.
To do, like, 2 fights or whatever. You pay Gronkowski to come in and do his thing. And this is while all this is going on.
You know. It does suck. So, couple other things.
Leo Russ was champ 2 months ago, yeah.
I know, which is why I'm like, how did he get freaking released? How did that happen?
Yeah.
How? Explain to me how that happened. happened? I don't get it.
Well, it's.
I want to know how they decide who they're releasing.
Well, I want to know how they decided.
That's what I want to know, because looking at some of the things, you would look at it and you would go, oh, I wouldn't see this person getting released before this person. Like, there are some people on the roster that should be released because they're just not using them. And they need to let them go do their own thing in other places where they're actually going to be used and they're not just sitting in catering. There are people that just need to be let go.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't do it. And so it's just, just don't get it.
They need to make cuts to sustain the future of sports, but I do agree they shouldn't be blowing cash on crap. I'm all fine with cuts. I don't have issues with cuts. It's when they go out and spend the mega bucks on the one-time guy that come in and where they should have money saved up for things like this.
It doesn't make sense.
And I don't think you were in here, Equilibrious. I hate it when multi-billion-dollar companies come in and talk about, after a month. They've been out of for a month, and they're sitting here talking about how they have no money.
But they haven't even been out for a month. But the thing is, they haven't even been out for a month, and this is what I don't understand, is, no, they have not had their live crowds, okay? They have not had their live crowds. I get it.
I'm waiting for commentators to be released and the Gleens make their debut.
I get it.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Their crowds.
Here, and that's one of the big issues is people, the money is the problem. Which is why they're still doing the wrestling shows in the first place. They don't care who they infect. They don't care who gets sick. They don't care who they really don't really care who dies from any of this. And that's where I have the issue, which is why, hopefully, that some of these guys that aren't doing the wrestling shows right now stick to their guns, and if Vince comes to them and says, hey, you need to come or you're getting fired, they go, well, then fire me. It's not worth dying over.
No, it isn't.
It's not worth infecting someone else so they die.
See, that's the thing also, is they had a case within the WWE. They had a case of COVID. It was announced last week.
Here's the thing.
It's only a matter of time.
I don't think he had to do it right now.
It's only a matter of time before somebody else in the company gets the virus. And people can be asymptomatic.
That would not.
They can have it and they don't even know they have it. Which is also where, they can be around all this talent, but then you have it spread over 3 days. You have Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So you could have this person who has it, got it, and they're on the Monday show, and they see somebody who then goes to the Wednesday show, takes it to all the people who are on the Wednesday show. Somebody on the Wednesday show sees people that are on the Friday show, and then it's several people are infected by then, and then what do you do? What do you do when all your roster's sick and you can't do anything?
Well, that's just it. I mean,
you will have no show if everybody is sick. You will have no show, okay? It makes no sense.
I've had enough of Rowan and Harper. They should let him breathe. Send Rowan to TNA. It's luchador wrestling. They need to. I don't know. There's a lot that they could have done in a different way. Can we see a part 2 tomorrow?
I think there's a definite possibility that we're gonna see more people released tomorrow.
I'm sure there's gonna be more released, because
I feel like this isn't even the peak of it. We look at this, and if you look at all the people that have been released, it's a lot of people, but it's not even a smidge of a roster. It really isn't, because they have hoarded so many people.
Well,
they have so much talent that they don't use, and they just need to let them go.
We have a lot of people that are in charge here that want to get things going again and want people to be back to where we were and want to open things up, and they're not concerned about who's going to die. We have a couple meatpacking plants that have had major infections happen over the last week and a half because they were considered essential, and now a bunch of their people are sick. And who knows who else they infected. So, the best thing would have been just shut down, everything, or made sure that you had something at some of these places that were considered essential to test people, and go from there.
Hey, man.
But we never thought of that, so.
You are not wrong, Zendel. A lot of the people that were released today seem to have been on Raw.
Who had the better show? I don't know. They were kind of split tonight. I really wasn't impressed with. They both were okay.
Yeah.
So I would say tonight was kind of a toss-up.
Definitely. So.
You stay safe too, James.
I don't know if we ever talked about this or touched on this. Earlier in the week, before the whole essential order went into place, WWE had been told several times by Orange County, mayor, police, whatever, that they need to shut their crap down.
Yeah.
And they didn't. And they kept doing their stuff. And they were told again, and they kept doing their stuff. And they were told several times that they needed to shut their stuff down, and they didn't. And then this essential order
the governor
got put into place. So that happened, and I don't think we ever talked about that. It's just stupid. They're not essential.
It's all about money, man.
Wrestling is great, and I love wrestling, but it's not worth putting people at risk to get sick. It really isn't. Because like I said, what do you do when all of your roster gets the virus, is sick, and will not be able to wrestle? What do you do then? Then you have no show. Because you were too stupid to look at the bigger picture and see that it's not very smart for you to bring all of your roster. And then on top of this, it's not like you can pre-tape crap where you can have a small group of people in there at a time. You go and take your stupid brain and decide that you need to put the show back to being live, and you're going to do your show live again, which then means that you have all your talent in one place at one freaking time, which then further proves my point that they're all going to be in the same place at the same time, and if one person gets sick, then everybody could be infected and be sick. And then where are you now? Oh, Vincey boy, where are you now?
Well, Fettuccine, that would be a good way to go. Have Sammy kind of try and take over the group. That'd be interesting.
Don't do that. That's a bad move, man. That's a bad move, Gimme Hoya. Bad move. I wouldn't be saying stuff like that. I don't understand why it's live. That makes no sense. See, this is another thing. I was listening to a podcast earlier, and it was after all the releases and stuff came out.
Well,
and they were talking about the USA.
The thing we don't know is maybe they went to some of these people and said, "Hey, we're gonna cut people. Would you be willing to, be one that gets cut?" So I don't know if that would, maybe that had nothing to do with it. But if they were asked and they said, "Okay," like Kurt Angle's one, where he is in a position. He's in a position probably that he could make it without.
Probably, but the way it sounded from 99.9% of the people that were cut today had put up tweets, put up videos. They were like, exactly. They didn't ask Drake Maverick, No Way Jose.
Or No Way Jose.
Based on everything they put up, they were like, I just got the phone call. I was just fired. I was just let go. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
Like, they had no idea. And I almost have a feeling that's the way they did it with 90% of people. Maybe somebody like Kurt Angle got asked, hey, we're going to be cutting some people. Would you be willing to take the cut, so we can give up this spot or whatever?
Well, I think AEW can make a killing off of this. I don't know that they need to do it right now. But they could pick up some of these guys that are talented and use them if they've got the money.
Now, with the whole live show thing, what doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, like I said, I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about this whole thing with the pre-taped content and what was Vince's thought process on why did he decide to go back to doing everything live and putting people further at risk. And they were wondering if, because there's supposed to be some conference call next week or a business call or something, I don't know. But they were like, I want somebody to ask him, did you talk with USA and Fox and talk to them about, do we need to put on live shows? Because, was that part of a deal where they have to have so many live shows? Because a lot of the other shows that are on USA and Fox right now that would be putting on new shows week after week, they have stopped taping and they're just doing reruns of things. And so why could WWE not just pre-tape all their stuff and put it on there instead of doing the shows live where they have to have everybody in one spot at the same time? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I think that is something that somebody should ask him in one of the business calls is, did you talk with USA and Fox executives? Did they tell you that you have to go live again? Because I have a feeling it was probably just a Vince McMahon, oh my gosh, what's going to happen if we don't go back to doing live shows? Are they going to cut us? What's going to happen?
Well, I think
are they going to quit our deal? Or what's...
I think the big thing he's probably concerned about is ratings have not been good.
But that doesn't mean jack squat. Just because you go live doesn't mean your ratings are going to get better.
Okay, it doesn't, but people watch live stuff. And if you have a live event, people are more willing to watch it.
Okay, so what?
Okay, shh. People are more willing to watch a live event than they are like a taped show. Or this is why sports.
Okay, but does it make a difference if WWE has pre-taped it or not? To me, no, it doesn't make a difference. It's the same freaking show I'd watch whether it was live or not. It's just been pre-taped earlier in the week. It doesn't make a difference. Because, honestly, ratings don't mean jack squat. I don't care if it's a live show or if it's taped. That doesn't make a difference to me.
Well, it doesn't make a difference to you, but it makes a difference to Fox and USA when they go to redo their deals.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I want somebody to ask him is, did you have a meeting with USA and Fox executives? Did you have a meeting with them and did they tell you we need you to go live again for whatever reason? Because if that's so, then okay. But if this is just him and his stupid brain going, oh, we need to go live again, oh, we need to go live again, oh, we need to go live again, oh, we need to go live again. No, you didn't. You didn't. You really didn't. You could have just pre-taped your crap and put it up. Okay? That's what you could have done.
What?
It doesn't make a difference. It's the same show whether you were doing it live or not.
Okay, but they pre-taped only so many shows.
Which is why they should go back in and pre-tape again.
Well, does it matter if they're going to do that? Does it matter whether they're doing live or pre-taped?
What?
If they're going to go back and do another show, does it matter if it's live or pre-taped? Because they're going to have to get together again.
Dude.
I'm sure Fox and USA had some say in it.
That's what I want to know. Somebody should ask him that question. Somebody should, be like, dude, what happened here? What was your decision? What went into the decision of you deciding that you needed to go live again? Because you didn't have to. You could have just pre-taped things, put on all your pre-tape stuff. You could have gone back in for a week, taken a week, pre-taped 3 weeks worth of shows then, 4 weeks worth of shows. You could have sent your talent home. You could have put all that on, and then you wouldn't have even had the contact with everybody. It's really not that hard to do. It's what AEW has been doing, for the last week.
I agree. They need to stop signing everyone, Export. That's the problem they have. They just sign everybody. If they pre-tape every 5 weeks, the wrestlers can go into isolation for 2 weeks before spending 3 weeks with their families. They could.
Which is why I'm like, why can they not? It doesn't make any sense to me to want to go back to doing live shows and putting all your wrestlers at risk, putting them all in the same place at once at the same time. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It really doesn't. Because you're just asking for people to get sick. Now, obviously, Vince McMahon doesn't care. He doesn't care what happens to him. But it just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I don't understand how this man thinks. I don't. I just don't get it. Yeah, that doesn't make them, to get rid of the rush, he was very active on Instagram too, keeping up his image. Yeah.
I think Fox needs to have a say, because Vince is getting money from them, so I would expect Vince to listen to that. I'm sure they probably had some say.
That's what I want to know.
The thing is Fox and USA have to understand what's going on. This isn't like a normal time.
USA Network can easily give them a pass since there's a freaking virus going on now. That's what the other thing that I don't understand. I think USA would happily take the pre-taped content over not having a show at all. Because if all the wrestlers get sick, there will be no show. So, I don't know. I'd take the lesser of two evils if it were me, but hey, what do I know?
Well, here's what I'm going to say. We are, here in the United States, we are headed down a bad road. We have a lot of people that feel that everything should be opened up. There were just protests today in Michigan. I believe they were in Kentucky. People protesting the governor on the stay-at-home orders and wanting to have jobs opened up. So I'm thinking that if anything, if this continues, we're going to have hospitals majorly overloaded in places, and there's going to be some major issues going on. And because if people would just sit at home for 6 weeks or 2 months, however long it takes,
it's like they value money first over humans, 100%. But what do you do with all that money when?
And I understand people want money, but if it's talking about humans' life, the governor or the lieutenant governor, somebody from Indiana, some politician from Indiana, said we need to get back to work, and the people are going to die anyway. Okay, well, you know what?
You're going to have a lot more people die if you're going to tell them, oh, hey, go out, go do whatever you want.
Do that and you're going to just open it up, and you're going to play Russian roulette with people's lives. How about we start with you?
There is multiple people telling the president we might have second wave hits, so don't open USA.
We are done with the first wave, so I don't know how we'd have a second wave. The first wave's still going on.
But, I mean, just look at places like, China started opening their stuff back up, and people started getting sick again.
Well, they've got some people that got sick. In China, we don't know how much about because they kept so quiet.
Well, I mean, yeah, but, like...
Yeah, I was going to say, we got to get over the first wave first.
People are getting sick again after being in for, a while, and... People are going to die anyways.
That's the thing I don't
understand.
You have so you should go play that's just it. People are going... Well, there's physical abuse happening at homes. Well, that was probably happening before now anyway. So, what does sitting at home have to do with it? Well, it got worse. No, it just means that it's getting reported now. Somebody must be calling in and going, hey, I'm getting physically abused. And so, using that as an excuse is a joke. So, I don't know. We just can't deal with having to sit in place. And so that's where we have the problem. China was so much stricter in their lockdown; they handled it very efficiently.
They did. Even though they did,
if people went stupid and wouldn't refuse to go into lockdown, they were like pulling people out and arresting them and things like that.
See, and what I'm saying is, even though they did all that,
But I also think
China came out of it.
I think China hid some of their numbers too. So
they came out of it, and there were reports of some people getting sick again. So it's not like.
Well, they've had some people getting sick.
I know, but what I'm saying is there is a chance that people can get sick again. And more people will get sick again after, they went through all their stuff and tried to keep people contained as best as they possibly could. We're not even trying. So, we're stupid. That's the nicest way possible to put it. I mean, it just is.
Well, I'll be honest. Americans are arrogant.
Yeah, there are videos of people having COVID-19 parties. It's so dumb because we have freedom. China have lived under the military rule for a long time, and when they're told to go indoors,
I'm not agreeing with China on what they do or how they do things, but I think they probably handled the virus
better than us.
Better than a lot of people.
Vince values money over human life. Kind of shocked Kyrie's not a part of this list. I saw rumors that she might be released. I don't know how true they were, but I did see a couple of rumors. And until anything is, official, I'm just gonna take it with a grain of salt, and I think everybody should. But tomorrow, I'm expecting there to be some more cuts.
Yeah, there's places that they're giving out tickets if you're out.
So.
Yeah.
I'm definitely expecting some more cuts tomorrow.
Of course, those people just go, give me a ticket. I don't have a job. If they put me back to work, I'll be able to pay that ticket. All right, so top 5. Camila wants a top 5 for possibly going to AEW.
EC3 is number 1 on my list.
Yeah, that's what
I think he has a good shot to go over there. I think Sarah Logan could potentially go over there.
No.
Okay.
China at 57 cases per million. We're currently at 1,451 per million. You guys are 1,900. Yeah, I know. And we aren't even testing right, so who knows how many.
Cuts from
think
NXT.
It would be cuts from NXT since this live episode is over. I don't know.
I've seen stuff where there's supposed to be some more cuts from NXT and the PC. So.
All right, so my top 5. I would agree. I would say that
EC3.
EC3 is probably number 1.
I think Sarah Logan is gonna go over there.
I could see Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows going over.
I don't know if they would go. I think they could literally go anywhere. I think for them, I think if they wanted to go back somewhere, I feel like they could go New Japan, because I know they've done that before and they were a big deal over there. So I think New Japan is a good possibility, but I mean, I think AEW is another one. Like I said, I think they could manage to go anywhere and be fine. They'll be big deal. So EC3 would be my number 1. I think Leo Rush.
Thoughts on maybe possibly a war with China? I don't think we can have a war with China.
I think Anderson Gallows would do New Japan also.
Well, China had the issues, but the thing is we should have stopped it before it got to the point.
Gallows and Anderson will for sure go back to New Japan. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Anderson and Gallows, they could go anywhere they want, and I think they'd be fine. I think going to AEW, they'd be fine, but I think they're going to go back to New Japan just because I feel like it makes the most sense.
Probably can't fly to Japan because I think Japan's going to go into lockdown.
Well, I mean, not right now, obviously, but whenever things are normal-ish, I think they'll go over there. We have EC3, number 1. I think Leo Rush has a shot to go to AEW. I think, because I think he's a little spitfire, and I think he really is so very good in the ring, and he has such a fun character, and I think he should
Rusev.
Go over there, and I think it'd be cool. I think Rusev maybe. What's normal and when's it happening? Please, Maven. See, way down the line, future, like
normal.
Futuristic, like we have like flying cars. Normal.
I don't know that normal will be normal anymore.
I would like to see Rush.
Our new normal will be different than what our we'll probably be wearing masks all the time.
Probably, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because anytime I leave the house, I wear a mask, Yeah. So I don't catch crud, and it seems to work pretty well for me. Just saying. I think Rusev is one. Sarah Logan. Deonna Purrazzo is going to be another one that I think is going to, people should try to get her. Because she's pretty good.
He'd fit in with Marco Stunt. Just stop butchering dogs and cats and eating bats.
Leo Rush could go back to CCW.
I did see where they had said that dogs are no longer, and I don't know about cats, but I saw where they said something about dogs are no longer on the, I don't know, delicatessen or whatever. They're seen as pets now. Now whether that's true or not, I don't know. And maybe cats too, I don't know.
But like I said, Deonna would be the other one that I think someone should get her because she's good. And I don't think she was given a fair shot in NXT. I really don't.
I don't know if they need a monster, but I think they could do something with him.
I think Rusev would be cool. I don't know if he'd be so high up on my list to want him to go to AEW. I don't know. I think there's definitely other places that can use him.
I don't know that they need him, but I just think he's one that could go there and help out, and they could do something with him.
And then on the producer side of things, if all of the producers were released and they're not, furloughed and stuff, I would say Fit Finlay would be a huge grab for AEW. He could really help their women's division.
Yeah.
He really could. So I would say he would be one from the producer aspect of things. because AEW could really use him if he's been, released and stuff. Also, Aiden English. I think Aiden English is another one that I would love to see him. I would love to see Aiden English and Rusev paired up together somewhere else. Because their whole Rusev Day thing was so amazingly good, and it got too big for Vince, and so he just shut that down real quick. But they worked very well together, and I loved their whole gimmick and everything they did, so I feel like they could do something fun somewhere else.
Yeah.
Similar to what they did in WWE.
I agree.
And I think that could be fun. So, it's cool. Very newsworthy day.
Yes.
That's for certain.
Yeah, I guess even Darby Allin is probably the same. Yeah, I think they're probably pretty close. What happened tonight on NXT? Killer Kross showed up. Only he's not Killer Kross.
He's carrying Kross.
He's carrying Kross.
Yes. Carrying Kross. Oh, boy.
All right. I just wish I wake up tomorrow and it was all a dream. But I know it's not. It's like Groundhog Day, Zando. You get up the next morning and it's just the same thing. Same thing the next day.
So yes, folks.
Take that back. Tomorrow we will not have a show. What does that mean? They changed his name. He's not Killer Kross.
Yes.
He's
not Karrion Kross. That's his new name.
I figured he would attack Ciampa too.
So.
Tomorrow's like Groundhog Day, Zandel, only we don't do a show.
Alrighty, folks. I think that's it.
Alright. We will be back on Friday.
Oh my gosh, I saw somebody that was like, dude, Braun Strowman's comments he made a while ago about the indie wrestlers look real bad right about now because all these people just got released and they're going to have to, And I was like, man, oh man. Braun.
Hurricane versus Orange Cassidy. What if everyone has to stay until January 2021? Then I think our government's going to have to figure out a way to kick out money to people.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Here's what I hope happens, James, from all of this. I hope we change our health care because there's too many people that are uninsured. I hope that we get more people that can have health care, either A, that is paid for by the government, or B, is available to everybody in some way, shape, or form.
Braun is best friends with Maverick today. That's what also makes this even worse. Braun's like best friends just like got laid off.
Yeah.
And now they're like they have no jobs.
Braun's next.
And so Braun's like, y'all have to depend on your fans to make your money. Like, shut your face.
Well,
really, man?
The for-profit hospital stuff is just ridiculous. I can't stay in this house too long. I need to work out. Just go running, Elijah.
I've been lifting some weights.
Do you guys have a strict stay at home? Because ours isn't real strict right now.
I've been working out, kind of, sort of.
Like, we can go out and exercise, and I go out and run. So, it's not a strict. All these superstars that got released won't be too hard to find new jobs. No, I think they'll find a new job.
Well,
I don't know how quick they'll find it. But
I don't know about right now what's in the wrestling world because all the indie circuits are, shut down.
Eric Rowan is Shane McMahon. That'd be funny. Well, universal healthcare works in a lot of countries. I know I've seen a lot of people say, well, yeah, but you have to wait for if you want to have a surgery, you have to wait. Well, we have to wait here too, so it's no different. So,
Also, folks, what also doesn't make any sense to me about this, Drake Maverick is still competing in the Cruiserweight tournament.
Yeah.
That made no sense to me whatsoever.
No.
Man. It's so messed up.
You look like Mary Moody.
Alrighty then. It really sucks. It really does.
What is Gator doing on Dynamite?
There's really no other good way to put it. It really sucks for all the people involved. It sucks that all these guys lost their jobs today.
Yes.
It sucks that, the wrestlers aren't going to be doing what they're doing. It sucks. It really does.
EC3 Maven.
Like I said, folks, Drake Maverick really got me. He put out that video and he was crying in it, and I was all like, oh, Drake Maverick.
Well, it's stupid doing things like that. See it in your Facebook message. I'll check it out.
Like, man, it sucked. It really did. But the Drake Maverick video got me. I got a little misty-eyed, and I was all like, man, why you gotta do stuff like that, Maverick? Like, he couldn't look at the camera, and it was like, it was so real, and it just sucked. It really did. And so, you know, man. So. Are you having some issues there?
No.
No?
Are you?
No. But man, it's pretty sad. Yeah, I know, man. Drake Maverick's video. Like, that guy, he had so much to offer. He really did. And someone put up a video of him in like an indie type situation. He was having the time of his life, and it was like, this is what this dude just wanted to do. He just wanted to wrestle. He just wanted to be a wrestler and have fun and entertain the crowd, and now he can't do that. And it sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah.
It's just messed up. Messed up. So, folks, I think that's it. I think that is it. Silence. Silence is deadly.
Hold on.
We'll see what happens tomorrow, Maven. Yeah, man. Tomorrow. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. So. Are we saying I hope not? Yeah, man, me too. There's several that be crazy if they got released. Would be crazy. I bet this is real exciting for the folks that I'm watching. I'm not seeing anything on Twitter. Oh, the other matches for the Cruiserweight thing are Jack Gallagher versus Phantasma. Never heard of him. Kushida versus Tony Nese. Drake Maverick versus Jake Atlas. Those are the other ones. So. Oh, boy.
All right. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock our time, we will be doing a show with Gimme a Hell Yeah.
Alrighty.
So be here or be here.
That was terrible. That was terrible, man. Terrible. Be here or be here. Be here.
Be here.
Be here. Be here. Be here. Wow, folks.
So 4 o'clock
What?
Central
Wow?
Time.
Me?
4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock in England time. We will be here doing a show with Gimme a Hell Yeah.
Sweet. Cool, cool.
So be here or
Exciting.
be here.
Yes, be here or be here. Be here or be here. That's
Be
our
here
new
or be
catchphrase.
here.
We need to put that on a shirt. Be here
Be here or be here.
or be here. Ah, man. Alrighty. Look forward to it.
All right.
Yes.
See you tomorrow then.
Yes, yes.
With that, we're going to take off. We will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good one. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.